Hey y'all, I am here to give you a little bit of assistance on completing your volume test review. This is for a grade and it is due on March 8th by 11:59 p.m. in Skyward. Please make sure you're taking care of that. You should have been working on this in class on Friday and Monday. So we'll get started. Your name, date, period should be on your paper. Volume study guide, it says solve each of the problems below using 3.14 for pi. I would like for you to use your calculator. And if you don't have a calculator at home, you can go to Desmos.com or you can use the Calc 84 app on your phone to use pi. Because I want you to use the button for pi in your calculator, not 3.14, because the rounding here throws off your answers just a bit when your calculators have exact pi embedded in it. Be sure to ask questions if you need more help with the topic. Hopefully you'll have a sub on Friday and Monday while I'm out. So first, it says, what is the formula used to find the volume of a cylinder? That's important. Describe the steps of finding the volume of a cylinder in your own words. So I'm going to give you these words. First, you need to write the formula. Second, you need to plug in your known values. Okay, sometimes they give you volume. So if they say capacity or holds or is full, that's the volume. Okay, height is depth or how tall it is, and the radius is half the diameter. So if ever they give you a diameter, cut it in half and then square it or cube it for spheres. So real quick, jot these formulas down. So volume of a cylinder is big BH. Volume of a cone is big BH divided by 3, or 1/3 big BH. Whereas for these, my big B is pi r squared. And then a sphere, volume of a sphere, is 4/3 pi radius cubed. Okay? So, volume of a cylinder, we just wrote that up here, and I think this is a either true or false or multiple choice question on Skyward, so it should be a dead giveaway. Number 2, it says find the volume of the cylinder, leave your answer in terms of pi. That means we're not actually multiplying by pi here once we find my big B and my height. So we'll write my formula, V equals big BH, and V equals pi r squared h. So I'm going to leave pi as is. This is my radius. This is my height. So my volume will equal 8 squared times 24 times pi. And I'm going to leave this in terms of pi when I choose this answer here. Number 3, it says find the volume of the cylinder, round to the nearest tenth. So you'll get a number and you're going to round to this place. Okay, it should only be one number after the decimal. When you input this in Skyward, do not put units. You should not put any letters or numbers, or I'm sorry, any letters or units in your answers in Skyward. You're just putting a straight up number. Do not put units nor variables. So don't say V equals. Okay, I'll take points off if you do. Just put in the number there straight up. Okay, so if you get 729.17, then you'll input 729.2 in Skyward. If you put this answer in, then I know that you're not paying attention because this is not the answer to this question. Number 4, a cylindrical can has a radius of 5.5 centimeters. So there's my R. And it's a cylinder, so V equals big BH. So R squared, I need to calculate 5.5 squared. And a height of 8, so H is 8. What is the capacity? That is volume of the can to the nearest hundredth. So this is 2 decimal places. You're writing 2 decimal places here. This one only has 1. Moving on to number 5. It says Laura is trying to find the volume of a cone. So far, she has found the area of the base of the cone and multiplied it by the height of the cone. Describe what she needs to do next. So first, we write our formula. V equals 1/3 big BH. She found big B, and she multiplied by the height. So what is next? So big B and the height is done. What is next? What is next? This should be multiple choice in Skyward. Number 6. A cylinder has a volume of 72 cubic inches. So they're giving you V here. What is the volume of a cone with the same height and radius as the cylinder? Keep in mind that the volume of a cylinder is equal to 3 times the volume of a cone, and the 1/3 of the volume of a cylinder equals 1 volume of a cone if bases and heights are congruent. All right, number 7. Find the volume of a cone. Leave your answer in terms of pi. So if my diameter is 36, my radius is half of 36, and then my radius squared is 36 divided by 2 squared. My height is 30, and I'm going to plug that into 1/3 big BH, or 1/3 pi radius squared h. Leave pi. You're going to multiply r squared by h by 1/3, and then you'll put pi next to it. Number 8. Find the volume of the cone, round to the nearest tenth. So r is 2.5. Volume is 1/3 pi r squared h. So r squared is 2.5 squared, and h is 7. So my volume would be 1/3 pi 2.5 squared times 7. And you can put this directly in your calculator. All right, number 9. A cone has a diameter of 18 units and a slant height of 15 units. I'm going to give y'all this one because we haven't discussed slant height. But when we draw a cone, this is the slant height right here. And they're saying that this is 15. And they want us to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the height. And the diameter is 18. So if we cut this in half, then this forms a right triangle where this is 9 because that's half of 18, and this is 15 because that's my slant height, and then they want us to find x. This is 12. Okay? So my h is 12. My r is 9. So volume equals 1/3 pi times 9 times 12, which is my height. So 9 times 12 is 108, and 1/3 of 108 is 36 pi, and then this will go directly in your calculator, but again, this answer is given to you in Skyward. Okay, for volume of a sphere, you write the formula 4/3 pi r cubed, and then you plug in your known values. 4/3 times pi, and then your diameter is 22, so your radius is half of that, which is 11, and then you'll put 11 cubed here, and then you will calculate and round to the nearest tenth. 1 decimal place. On number 11, it says another sphere shaped snow globe has a radius, so R is 3.5, and then you'll cube R. 3.5 cubed. How much water can the snow globe hold? This is asking for volume. Round to the nearest tenth. V equals 4/3 pi. 3.5 cubed. 1 decimal place. Number 12. A cylinder has a volume of 75 cubic centimeters. They're already giving me the volume of a cylinder. What is the volume of this should say cone. Change that. I believe it says sphere, so fix it. Make it say cone. Volume of a cone. How do we get from here to here? This is a whole number answer. I'm recording. Number 13. It says find the volume of a hemisphere. A hemisphere is half of a sphere with a radius of 7 inches. So R equals 7. R cubed equals 49 times 7. My volume of a hemisphere, 4/3 times 1/2 times pi radius cubed. That ends up being 4/6 times pi times 49 times 7, which is 343. Round to the nearest tenth. Again, 1 decimal place. Here we are matching. We need radii for 14, 15, and 16, and 17. R is 18. I got it. Here, my diameter is 24, so my R is 12. Here, my diameter is 18, so my R is 9. And then they already give me the radius here. I am cubing the radius. So this is 18 cubed. This will be 12 cubed. Oops, I wrote squared. This will be 9 cubed. And this will be 15 cubed. Then you need to match the appropriate answer over here. One of these will not be used. Leave it in terms of pi. That means do not multiply by 3.14. Once you multiply the 4/3 times this cube number, you should easily identify your answer. For 18, we're using formulas for volume to solve mathematical problems. A cone shaped funnel, that's V equals 1/3 pi R squared H, can hold 314 cubic inches of water. They're giving me the volume. If the height of the funnel is 12, they're giving me the height. They aren't giving me the radius. I'm going to have to square root something here. So I'm going to plug in what I know. 314 equals 1/3 pi, don't know R squared, 12. Multiply 1/3 by 12, you should get 4 times pi, then divide 314 by 4 pi, and then square root it. This should be a whole number answer. I'll finish the rest on the next video.